much too soon? And can he reclaim his crown? Hi, I'm Debbie. Acquitted dancehall star uploads his life, but is it overload? More on that and the cool factor. Why Vybz Kartel won't stop selling.
Vybz Kartel savoring his freedom, giving his kids treats, swinging by Devon House. This, that and the other, every move communicated via social media. The world boss finding his legs in a space very different from the one he departed when he lost his freedom 13 years ago.
Social media has become a very pervasive and big part of what people do now. People live their lives on it, through it and in it. That's something Kartel will have to learn to navigate. It's a beautiful place to launch yourself, to share your career, to share your products, but it's also a place that has a lot of teeth, like piranhas. One moment you're floating and the next you go viral for something negative and social media eats you alive.
Anthony Miller. I see a show piece of the video where me a while up see them. Nobody care no man, I want little terrorists.
And so you have to be careful how you balance your work on social media, how you balance your life, and how much of your life you show at any point in time. Take your time with social media and be careful how much of your full life you are showing on a daily basis to social media. It's less than 2 weeks. We can take a little less of Kartel on social media. Kartel is also older. He's 48 years old, looking towards 50. In social media landscape, many Jamaicans and non-Jamaicans see people past 40 as elders. He will have to navigate that even though his fans are very loyal to him.
And expecting their hero to reposition himself in a changed dancehall soundscape, dominated by much younger faces.
You good? You know, if you come back, you have to find me.
The DJ already mentioning a few that have appeared on his radar.
I like Voodoo Chop, Craft God, 450. You know, Chronic Last Squash. You know, them you there are my dog them. But me I thought like Skilly Bang. You know what I mean? Couple youth there, the Raja Wild. This youth are from Ochi full of vibes to Pablo YG. Whole heap of youth there. And enough of them not find themselves yet. But remember, we a man who can see potential in a youth. Because whole heap of youth to send to the world. And when them come around with, them rough. And the Gaza camp smooth them out and elevate them to greatness.
What would you say to them in terms of it's more than a couple songs? What do you have to do to stay the course?
All right, the first 7 years of your career are the hardest. The first 7 years in any artist's career is like what them say the 7-year itch in a marriage are the hardest. Always try to remain as original as possible. Don't make the hype get to you, because remember, man, I hype from Jesus days. Man, I ride gold chariot. So don't make the hype get to you. And for you break through them first 7 years there, 2 things are going to happen. You're going to have enormous experience. You can push you possibly for 7 more years. And you're going to have a sizable fan base.
So what does Kartel do? Does he attach himself to some of the trap dancehall names who are current with the younger generation?
Kartel has always been very good at collaboration, and a lot of young people, young artists and others see him as the teacher, as world boss, as Addy.
What can he bring that they don't have?
He has the lyrical genius. Remember, Kartel remains a lyrical genius. Kartel also remains the person who knows how to monetize his brand, ad infinitum, out of nothing, and he has already started doing that. So he can show a lot of the young guns how to transform what they are doing and how to make sure that their lyrics are on point and that it resonates with the public even more than it is doing now.
XOXO.
Kartel at his most commercially successful from behind bars.
He topped the YouTube chart for 5 years in Jamaica. He sold gold in the US. That's 500,000 units in streams and sales. In the UK, he sold silver. That's 200,000 streams and sales. And he did that from behind bars.
Vybz Kartel said last week he has already almost made back the money he spent on his Privy Council appeal.
Because the music won't stop selling, because he's in the news and he's now more newsworthy than ever. Shade Room, Baller Alert, World Star, World Music Views, everybody's reporting on Vybz Kartel. kids are streaming his music, playing old songs as he mentioned. And then his daughter and him, they're doing TikTok dances. So Kartel is showing you that although he's a dad and a granddad, he's still the cool guy.
How cool can you be at 48 in the dancehall business with a whole new crop of younger DJs doing a different kind of music from the music that we know Vybz Kartel to make?
You know, interestingly, there has not been anyone to surpass Vybz Kartel's level of fame. For the last 20 years, he has managed to dominate. He is the face of dancehall. Now, he has a catalog, 20 years of hits. He does not have to release new music. He can live off that catalog, both for album sales, single sales, and concerts for whenever he gets back on the road. Vybz Kartel owns his music. He releases them on Adijahim Records. And on the new album, he has a lyrics that says, "Him nah sign no deal, in my own brand." A lot of artists wish they could be at the zenith of their career and be independent. Most of them aren't.
Do you think Vybz Kartel wants to be the man again?
So, the day he came out, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Stefflon Don, all of these top streaming artists, Drake, all of them congratulated him, reached out to him via social media to acknowledge him. Vybz Kartel possibly could take up his phone and call any one of these artists for a collab, and they would gladly join him because they love him, they love what he represents. It's not just dancehall, that's hip-hop culture. Hip-hop loves when you overcome and rise. It's the same thing Buju Banton benefiting from now.
Do you expect Vybz Kartel to follow that same route?
I think Vybz Kartel needs a team. He needs to organize himself. He needs PR, he needs proper management. If he should ever get a visa and return to the US, he will need to collaborate with a Live Nation or an AG or one of those big touring companies because those companies own the venues.
Many new names out there, also some that have broken away from the pack, such as Popcorn and Alkaline. But Vybz Kartel re-emerging at a time when some people see dancehall as rudderless.
And another thing we'll have to navigate is dealing with how he resets himself inside dancehall as the world boss, the top of the game, with a massive new crop of dancehall artists that are out there doing their own thing with a different sound.
So, for those people who expect that Kartel is just going to pick up where he left off, they have another thing coming.
There's a lot of work that he'll have to do. Gaza Nation is happy that he has returned to them, not looking the same, but still having the same, kind of energy about how he presents himself. But he will have a lot of work to do in terms of breaking into this frame of reference that is now dancehall, trap dancehall, and many people who came of age while he was away in prison.
The World Boss's fans already counting down to December 31st. New Year's Eve set for his first public performance in well over a decade at a venue to be announced. Joe signing off on the fee Kartel said was always going to be hefty. The date once more raising questions about his health. Is he cutting it too close? But as usual, Vybz Kartel keeping everyone guessing, whilst also giving dancehall that dose of excitement and anticipation many complained it's long missed.
Dancehall can't stop. Dancehall can't stop.